casually roll up into trouble. Fluff will be right there beside Sing. Light Shadow, but the sentries were dropped. They're going to see this. They dropped their own sentry. They're going to try to quickly get rid of the wards. Sing walks in, gets off his Omni towards the Moonlight, gets quickly canceled up and about. Well, the Prison will be there to help assist. Meanwhile, Chrono jumps in, catches two. Nice, beautiful two-man stun follow-up.
Nice.
There's the damage you were talking about, Blaze, as the Starfall does come through. But can Kaipi be the janitors to clean up the rest of this mess? They are going to be able to get the grab, taking out not one but two as Mitch will fall. Makes it 2-0. And Bone 7, Pounce, barely able to make it out, goes right into make it away. They will get the cleanup kill as they get Gogi too, making it a 3-0 fight. Very close and nearby here. Sexy Bamboo could be one to kind of scout and set things up, but looks like the overall game plan is to make a move instead here for the bottom lane into a pesky little faceless void who has really nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
Indeed, they're going to find the Slark out here, but he's got so many cooldowns to work with. He's going to have to pop the Shadow Dance pretty early here, and then just kind of heal up at a distance. They know he has the Aegis, so they're not going to commit further on him, but...
Hi, how's it going? My name is Sing Sing, and this is an Omni Slash. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough to get a finish with the help of the Ghost Scepter and the Astral. The Astral can't save you from all that, though. It just gets quickly blown up as a follow-up play there. Sing Sing spins his way out. But Bone 7 says, I got a bit more to fight with here. I don't know, though. Got to be careful. Does get a little bit of healing power, but my goodness, they are certainly playing with death.
Yeah,
Back
especially Bamboo here, very, very far forward. But they vacuum the wall into the tricks of the trade. Massive damage coming out, and they'll clean up the ET. Yikesing is godlike with a double kill, and that's going to be the easiest tier 2 of your life.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Kaipi, man. It looked like they were flirting with disaster there.
Like, I gotta say, just comparing the game of Swift ending on the Lifestealer to him on the Void here, I gotta say he's gotta be on tilt or something. Like, he has had such a rough patch these past couple of fights, and now using his Chrono like that, throwing it away almost, there's almost no way to hold the high ground.
Arrow for Bone, he quickly packs it off. They try to get some poking damage here for Sing, but that's when Kaipi make their move. They jump in, that's the vacuum pullback. They're going to quickly burst down the Elder Titan, and they're hoping to go for the finish here if possible. Tricks of the trade is a deep commitment. It's going to be there for Bamboo, and they're going to be able to get the follow-up kill. LeBron's going to be out. Faceless Boy's back, but as mentioned, no Chrono to work with. This has to do it the old-fashioned way. Still a tier 3 standing. Sing begins to go back onto the warpath for these objectives. Both between him and Bone, it looks like they will be able to get these Raxes exposed. Now Sing makes his own jump, defusal for Gogi. And then he heads right back into the Rax play here. Both supports still on the sidelines. Arrow connection for Sing. Starfall, but another vacuum pullback. Packs there, Pounce in, Swift ending out. 57 seconds, no buyback at all. Kaipi, a Rax potentially to come. But man, drop now. OD Ultimate's flying out from Elements here. Is it going to be enough to hold? If they can't get this, they can't get this game, I feel like. Bone 7 waiting for the Astral to be concluded. We'll be able to get it done. He pops his BKB, but it's mostly to assert dominance here in the mid lane. There's a finger. It's going to be able to get the finish onto Bamboo, but it's the only feather in the cap right now for Elements on the back end of game 2.
Absolutely. What a disaster coming out for Elements. They needed that Chrono so bad. It just wasn't there, and now they don't know what to do with themselves. Bone 7 does get caught out a little bit here, but he's got plenty of health to work with, and even flirts with the idea of going back in. This is how commanding of a position they're in.
Way back for the ultimate defense.
Yeah, and we can tell that like the physical damage isn't going to fit the bill for Elements anymore. Like, yeah, they have natural order, but they're up against like Guardian Greaves, Assault Karas. These heroes are going to be able to survive.
Bamboo goes down. Take him out fast. Now the arrow flies, and Kaipi are not going to be about
Swift ending. I feel bad for him at this point.
That is more to Sing Sing, absolutely. Quick reaction does get him out and away from trouble. You know, with the help of that blink, now reevaluate how much potential they would have in any sort of skirmish by this pit without having to worry about the Chrono. Things look pretty nice for them. Let's see what setup they can have.
Yeah, great reactions there, but now will they have the ability to get back into this pit? It's going to be, I believe, on 33 on this Darkseer. He needs to find the exact opening for at least a 3-man vacuum in my mind. And if you can salvage that, then I think they can actually fully contest this pit. I mean, there is no Chrono. There might be a gem, but there's a vacuum onto the high ground.
Right up they go, and then right down they fall. Not looking to stay up there too long, but here comes Sing. Looking to clean up the rest of the scraps as he gets a full Omni on forward. Swift ending is going to be taken out. That's 2 already down. They will get Sing Sing. Great turnaround play. Gogi assists in the damage department. They make it 2. A double kill for him. And suddenly, Kaipi don't know how they feel about this situation. Bone 7 looks to brash on in. They're looking to get the burst potential for Mitch, but Mitch is able to leap down and away. Fluff and company will have to back out, eating just a bit too much damage. Elements. It's going to take a lot of effort and execution on their part to be able to kind of get the openings to close this game out. And you see it right there. Bone 7 forcing to commit himself inside the base, just get some shots in. Yet he barely maybe got an auto attack in, and he lost nearly half of his life. Still has that Aegis, of course, so has the life to spare, but not going to be able to do a whole lot of base damage with that Aegis if it continues like this. So we'll have to see Elements still playing in a very safe far position, hoping for that big wombo kind of a setup, but if it's a miss, it could be game ending.
Yep, right now we got the arrow onto 33, but the Void's not there. He's got to TP back as soon as possible. Still not TPing.
Okay. They'll get him down. They pop all they can.
And the Void's still pushing top. He has a TP scroll, but he just wants to put as much pressure out there. He took the free tier 2 while the war of attrition waged, and they're actually able to break him before like anything happens. That's actually quite incredible. Like, I assumed that as soon as any spells started flying, that the Void would be TPing back immediately. Like, you got to be quick on the trigger with that, but they realized they had the damage output to just do it outright.
Okay, and they'll also make sure they quickly take out Bambo. Set him up with the sights, they get him with a stun, they get him with the finger, and now he is in the Shadow Realm. And Fluff also going to be joining him on that front. Okay then, Elements stringing together more kills. I'm looking at about 3 different opportunities that Elements have been able to come out on top here, Blaze.
Flirting with danger indeed, but sometimes she bites back, man, and she bites hard. This is not good. Being able to just move out across the map the way Elements want to makes things very difficult, but Kaipi go for the smoke play. They just want one quick kill, and they can turn it into multiple.
Oh, Milan crosses paths with them quickly and goes down just as fast. Elements looking for their own retort here. The wall being committed kind of stops them in their tracks here. And that will be the end of it. No chrono or anything committed. But they spotted Bone! And they're going to drop down the chrono, Gogi on the outside, dishing out the right clicks plus the finger. Slark's going to be going down, he's out. 80 seconds, no buyback. We got a net worth game cut right in half. Back down below the 10k net worth advantage of where Kaipi was. And now with an Aegis, things change even more, and they're not done yet. They're even going to spot out Fluff, quickly hex him down. And that mobility, that jump.
So you see the Rat again down bottom. These two very capable of TPing back home, at least in 20 seconds for 33. And they have no intention of fighting until Sing Sing's back up. 1, because they don't want to buy back. 2, because Darkseer just can't TP right now. And 3, because that tier 3 is already gone.
Ooh, Disruption will avoid the arrow. But Fluff knows that he is in for doom, so he'll get off everything he can onto the Mirana. As they do quickly respond back towards that bottom lane push. Meanwhile, mid lane, yeah, they get the jump for Bone. They hex, they finger. He's got the counters, but they drop the hammer right on his head, and they won't be able to finish him off. Nicely done from Gogi as he secures a double. Now looking to move on in, tricks the trade from Bambo on the back lines. Lion eats a lot of the damage, barely alive. Will end up being taken down. Bambo, it will cost him his life. Mitch dominating on this Mirana, and Elements go right back into work inside this mid lane. Tier 3 goes down, and a buyback is going to be forced from Bambo. Rax in jeopardy here. Kaipi, a team that was up almost nearly of a 20k net worth advantage, could be losing it all together. Bambo loses his second life. It's a dieback for him. 80 seconds on the sidelines, the racks go down. As far as base damage goes, we're even here, Blaze, and we're not done yet. Elements head towards the top lane next. Oh, no, they don't. They go for the mid lane, Blaze. They're going for the jugular. Tier 4 is inbound right now. What can Kaipi do to stop him?
It's almost nothing. It's the Darkseer and the Juggernaut against the world here. Fluff is back, but it just doesn't seem to matter. They've got the Chrono back, and they're going to be able to bring down the Darkseer in the process. Lotus is back on Mirana, but he doesn't seem to care. Darkseer will go down, and so too, I believe, the Dire Ancient will fall.
Fluff also to be dropped here. Sing Sing trying to be the lone hero, doing what he can inside the base of Elements. Elements who come right back. They're hitting the throne, but... well,
they might not have gotten it yet.
They didn't get it yet. Jump in from Sing on his fight back. He heals up from the base and moves on in with a big Omni. Not able to get the finish there. Will make the move for Gogi, and they will get that grab. Kaipi surviving.
This is actually quite awkward here because they weren't able to finish the job.
And it looks like they're going to head all the way south. Not too many approaching here, though. We got Sing Sing and Fluff nearby. Let's see what kind of lead-in they decide to go for. Ooh, might be bad timing for them. They just did a disruption, but look at they have to blink back and away here. Fluff obviously not going to be able to make it out. Can he get the chrono?
Oh,
yes, he can. He gets the range. He gets close enough so that they can get Sing, but do they have enough? Yes, they do. My goodness, they get on in there. They get the help of the Earth Splitter, and Gogi shows up. Sing goes down. Sing is out 90 seconds without a buyback
He
here,
does
Blaze.
have buyback in 15 seconds.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's got to be close. 15 gold. He'll have it.
He will be able to pick that one up, but in the meantime, Bone 7 already popping Shadow Dance in a weird position. He, again, wants to try to keep the elements away from the Dire base, away from the Ancient, and so he's going to do so by putting pressure out on the top lane and TPing back as he needs to. But he doesn't actually have a TP now that I look at it, and that means that he's just going to have to book it as fast as he may be with that Shadow Dance.
Or now the base inside the Roche pit already. Start work there. Bambo is nearby. Anyone have a sentry on hand? No. He's going to walk right in there, and they're just not going to be the wiser. Oh, but someone's got a gem. Suddenly showing on up, the Faceless Void springs into action. He's got the vision necessary for Bambo, but the vacuum play is going to be there as a response. Kaipi trying to make the most of the situation. A finger takes down a big chunk of life there from Bone 7, but he pounced up on the high ground. He's hard to get a hold of, and then they're going to spot him out, and then they're going to look to take him down.
So well.
He is out 85 seconds, does have a buyback. Meanwhile, on the other front, bursting on forward, Mitch trying to get the target. They will be able to get the finish onto the Dark Sphere. On the other side, it's Sing Sing caught between what looks like now 4 members from Elements. He will get shot down. Mitch with the triple kill on his Mirana.
Engage on him. The Swift Ending jumps up top, and they bash him down. And then the same thing happens with the Juggernaut. He gets his Omni Slash pouncing on illusions, not doing enough, and now they're out at Sing Sing for the final fight of the game.
He's got a full minute before he's going to be into this one. They will get the vacuum, but without a wall, it's not as glorious, but there's going to be the chrono response from the outside. They are going to get a huge burst here for Bone 7. It's more than enough to get the finish, and that will be the game. Elements have done it. At one point, what was about a 20k or so net worth advantage for Kaipi. Elements take the game all the way and right back, and they will close out this series 2-0.
Absolutely incredible. Elements